Welcome to part B of our live broadcast today. Thank you so much for joining us and sincere apologies again for starting a bit behind. I'm going to continue to apologize every day until I'm tired for me. My name is Precious Inye and I don't bring some more Ogbonge updates for Onadomo. So say before I tell on some things that they happen for inside Nigeria, but will not be complete and totally. So now we won't complete all of them because matter for the country nearly finished. It's so plenty. Well, I told you before, say we will go back to the matter of yes, Wike and in boy, similarly, Fubara as he talk yes, say he no really beggar. Say see Fubara be no really beg yes, Wike. I told you we're going to go back to that. We'll go back to that. But there is a very important thing I also want us to look at. The one way concern the indigenous people of Biafra leader, Mazin NNamdi Kanu. As newspapers carry on today, talk say NNamdi Kanu don't admit say in cause violence. And we don't ascertain the truth to that matter, and I go still bring them, including the evidence you don't talk carry show. Now, so I'd always come with evidence. I always come very ready with evidence. And then we get other matter, then we will get to the matter like a breakfast today, as usual. Well, let's get started one by full. Well, I've been telling her before for afternoon, but we'll not get into that matter. Say the three before MDs of NNPC, where talk, say, where we hear, say they see about 80 billion naira for their accounts. Say they don't threaten, say they go sue people them. That is newsmen where they carry that matter. Say, how do you know that? If you continue to say we stole money, we're going to sue you. Well, that matter they grant and we'll look at it. But let's look at other issues very quickly. Senate sets up a committee to oversee River Soul Administrator. Now, a committee we're going to oversee what in they do. So you're not going to work by himself alone again. A committee we're going to oversee what in they do. That one, they for corner. Then Atiku Abubakar don't talk. Say, I am not leaving PDP, but coalition. Coalition will change APC. Say that coalition will comot APC for inside power. Atiku Abubakar talk am. Can that is the Christian Association of Nigeria don't tell President Tinubu say end the killings for Benue don't do. End the killings they don't do. Speaking about killings, today people for inside National Assembly, the senators, say they talk say they go set up committee where it be say they go use look at how they go use call national summit on security to come look at the things that they happen for inside that country for security. So today, Naya Barry Bekon tell them say, excuse me, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, excuse me, Uncle. Are you saying that you don't know what is happening? All of us waiting here. We won't deceive ourselves again by saying we don't know what they happen. We just won't deceive ourselves, or we want the truth to Nigerians for once for now, or we won't just begin deceive ourselves. Can't spend money for summits anyhow without just bringing any results. That's the question where we say some of them ask. But I go let you into that matter as they go on. And then moving on to other issues, Ndume don't talk. Say, hey, say this one where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu stop foreign goods. Say the ban on foreign goods, say go boost local production. But guess what? People where they're in charge of local production are contact say, say the ban on foreign goods go right and the ban on imported goods. Say it go lead to fuel, other price hikes. Say that because say local providers now go come begin increase their skyrocket their prices. Remember, say already local providers they talk say one of the most difficult things that they face now cost of production. And say their cost of production they very high. Now waiting make it they like say Nigerian things, made in Nigerian things, they're expensive. Pass some the ones where they import. So now, how you go use tackle that production cost? Because the talk say it go little hike in price, inflation. Ganduje don't blush conquer. So talk say, excuse me, APC will accommodate you. Ganduje, don't worry. I know you're abandoned. I know you're an orphan. The Ganduje say, APC will accommodate abandoned Kwankwaso to save his political career. He said it abandoned, like saying abandoned property. These politicians get bad mouths, sha. NNamdi Kanu admitted to inciting public attack. Police officers, witness tells court. This story, they don't come realize, say, now lie. In fact, not be just the lawyers and I don't react to them. Even indigenous people of Biafra don't release statements. Say, IPOB legal team don't miss claims that NNamdi Kanu admitted inciting attack. Say, now lie. Say, ain't no ever admit such. So please, people, stop carrying fake news. River State receives 36.6 billion naira in local government allocations for January, February 2025 amid controversy over sole administrators' legitimacy. Now, sole administrators are not legitimate, but River State don't collect 36 billion naira for local government allocations. for local government allocations. Meanwhile, we will not get any legitimate local government right now for River State. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Nigeria Army raises alarm over influx of cattle into Plateau State. Say the way cow don't they put Plateau State. Another wahala don't they come out again, oh. Another wahala don't they come, oh. They go soon start to kill. Now he makes Senate don't propose national summit over insecurity. Another national summit, I tell you, saying Naya Baribe talk waiting in talk. Why we won't take so for people who are from southeast, APC don't come out, come beat their chest, talk, say, we'll go tell them why we want to take over the whole southeast. And we APC, we are very capable of taking over the whole southeast. And we'll go tell them why we get to take over the whole southeast. My dear people, welcome to the show again. As in the hot, now I say make a carry tell on right now. Make on they see the things they want to share for inside Nigeria. Where we want start this matter like this. So where we want start this matter because the matter like a breakfast, it too plenty. You know, when something format like this, you know, they even know where you start and from self. Now, so it take be. So this security issue, now what's very important. And Tucano has limitations. You know, this senators even talk. I wish say I get time to look at all the security matter and how it be say all of them. It sound like say they know and understand exactly waiting they happen with our security apparatus. If they know and understand why it be say they no fit do anything about it. If they know and understand why it be said they no fit do anything about them. But let's get straight to that security issue first because I want to bite me for belly and I go like make we talk about them first before we look at any other matter very sharply. Then we'll go to NNamdi Kanu case and then we'll go to other cases very quickly. And then going straight to the security case. So Major General Fulosho Oyinlola, the commander of Operation Safe Haven, OPSH, he don't describe the influx of large number of cattle into Barakin Ladi for local government area for Plateau State. Say the thing, say they're very, very worrisome. Now, Mr. Oyinlola, they double as the general officer commanding GOC 3 Division of the Nigerian Army, Rukuba, near Jos. He talked this one today, Tuesday, during an engagement with stakeholders for inside Barakin Ladi. He said he said there is a growing unease. There is a growing unease about the influx of large number of cattle into farming communities. That is, people just they bring plenty malu they enter inside where people they farm. Say that thing they too much and say the thing they make and they fear say make another problem no can come out for inside the country because of this one where we say large number of cows just they enter inside the country anyhow. Now, he also talks say that while the movement of livestock in Barakin Ladi and indeed Plateau in general is not unusual, the scale and timing of this new influx raises legitimate security concerns. Say the way we say this one they happen, say it did worrisome. Before another set of killing will start, he noted that the influx of cattle was constituting a major security threat to the locality and the state in general. According to him, the isolated attacks, farm destruction, and other illegal activities result from the unhealthy development of farming anyhow and open grazing anyhow. Then very quickly, the Senate on Tuesday today resolved to constitute an ad hoc committee to organize a nationwide security summit where it be say that security summit will be part of effort to stem or to calm down or cool down the one where be say security don't worry the country anyhow. Now, this was as it be say motion where be say one Senator Jimo Ibrahim APC Ondo South na reason and person where could sponsor him na Senator Titus Zam APC Benue Northwest and where boy Onyeka Peter Ebonyi North and Osita Ngu Enugu, now all of them now been second them during the plenary. Despite efforts by the government to end the spate of killings in the country, killings still they happen. But as the killing they happen, these are some things and we be say then get to talk about today for inside the house concerning these killings and where they happen because it's very important we could pay attention to these things and way then they talk about. Now, Naya Baribe rose up to talk, and when he rise up to come talk, he can talk say, well, excuse me, you're Mr. President, Senate President, sir. You won't pretend to us now say you know waiting they happen. Abi, you won't make we pretend to Nigerians say we know waiting they happen concerning our security for inside Nigeria. Abi, if we pretend to Nigerians and say we don't know what's in they happen, we're going to be fair to Nigerians by pretending to them that we do not know what is going on with insecurity in our country. And then even talk, I mean, say, at least he don't they long enough for Senate. And he don't witness different security summits. Say not be the first, not be the second, not be the third time that the whole security summits them. Waiting be the result of this summit. So this time around, in the talk, say, then go day free to really hold the summit to go benefit the people, or they go just sit down, waste money, and go back again. Remember, say we've been buy Tucano jet at some point. Waiting be the status of that Tucano jet we will buy today. That's a question where a lot of people they ask. That Tucano jet where Nigeria been buy to use fight criminals, to use fight bandits and Boko Haram. Waiting be the status of the Tucano jet. Now that one, another matter entirely.
Do we want to really
the
be true to
ourselves?
ourselves?
As
And do we really want to? And do
yeah, this footage
we really want to?
this footage na courtesy of Planet TV. Now Planet TV now I collect this.
Do we want to
from.
really
Listen to this.
be true to ourselves? And do we really want to be true to our calling here as senators? And the reason why I ask that is very simple, Mr. President. I have been here for a very long time. And for each session I've been here, we have had security summits. Each session. In fact, the last one, we were part of setting it up, and then we did everything. At the end of the day, nothing came out of it. So, there is no one of us here who does not know what is going on in his area. Do we want to be true and fair and say the truth about what is happening in this country? If we want to be true to ourselves, then we can go ahead with a summit. Then we can deal with this matter. But if we're just going to stand up here to now make statements so that people will see us on television, then I want to profound, Mr. President, that we will just end up doing exactly what we have been doing, make statements, and nothing will come out of it.
If security is the only thing this National Assembly will achieve, then it is all will go home and dry. Mr. President, 2 years down the line, what can we say is our achievement as a parliament? How many times, Mr. President, have we interrogated committees on defense, committees on navy, committee on air force, committee on police, committee on national security? These are committees that set out to achieve what the Constitution said we should achieve. Over the last 2 years, and you recall, Mr. President, too, when we were screening the service chiefs, here we raised a question, one of the questions that was raised to the Chief of Air Staff, where is our Tucano? Where is our Tucano aircraft? Fighter jet. And you also recall, this Tucano was purchased by no less than $1 billion US, borrowed. And the answer given to the parliament by the Chief of Air Staff was, Tucano is in our domain, but we can no longer use Tucano because they have signed a contract which limited the operations of this Tucano. If you know, ab initio, that this Tucano has limitations, inhibition for usage, why in the first instance did you buy them? How much did you buy them? Who ordered the contract? Who did the procurement? Where are the Tucanos physically? Mr. President, we cannot.
Now, wow, now waiting they happen for inside this country before. You remember that period? I think sometime in 2022 or something, where BC will be in order for this Tucano jets them, and at the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, now order this Tucano jets them. So right now, Nigerian government enter into an agreement, a deal where can be like say tied their hand when they no use them, and all of this now part of waiting make we they get the security issue we they get from inside this country, and that's now part of waiting this Oga they raise right now. Let's listen to
if you know ab initio that this Tucano has limitations, inhibition for usage, why in the first instance did you buy them? How much did you buy them? Who ordered the contract? Who did the procurement? Where are the Tucanos physically? Mr. President, we cannot. We're having a divided.
Mr. Senator, you are protected.
Thank you, sir. Mr. President, This issue of security is troubling. And day in, day out, we are losing our servicemen to this insurgent. Day in, day out, all across this country. It is not one state or the other, it is almost all the 36 states of the Federation. And I'm not going to stand up and claim that the president is doing his best. The only time that we can say the president is doing his best is when we interrogate the implementation of the 2023 appropriation, the implementation of the 2024 appropriation as it pertains to security. You recall, Mr. President, the National Security Advisor was invited last year, and he came forward and told us point blank that not enough appropriation was released to the security apparatus. We are here in a very comfortable confines of Abuja, but I can tell you, in a very short time, I'm not a pessimist, in a very short time, if care is not taken, these bandits that are running towns and villages in Benue, in Zamfara, in Sokoto, in Kebbi, are gradually moving into the close neighborhood of this city.
Wow. So, bottom line, the Tucano jets were on a buy very expensive with a sum of $1 billion. $1 billion. It don't enter news. $1 billion. Thank God, say at least you know follow for one of those things where you see bandits then confiscate or then seize for the hands of our security agencies. Now, this not the matter where they grab. But I for like really make you pay attention to that in way be say Senator Barry Baby they tell Senate President Godswill Akpabio say we won't pretend to Nigerians say we know what's in the happen. What could it be that the senators know about security, especially as they say all of them know what's in the happen concerning security for their different areas. So if all these senators get the appropriate information on waiting they happen at the real cause of insecurity for their appropriate quarters, then why it be say they no fit do something about them? Sit down and talk. Is it for political gains or is it that Nigerian officials are helpless so they no fit just do anything to stop the insecurity for inside the country? Because how else can we know that all our House of Representatives, all our senators, our National Assembly members get first-hand information of course, they should know because they're not the representative of their people. They get first-hand information of things where they happen for inside their constituency in terms of security. And yet, they cannot do anything. They not even fit to raise a concern for inside the floor of the House to tackle these issues. You don't see them? And the things and what would they go through for inside this country be that? Well, let's quickly get into other conversations very quickly because I tend to wrap up within an hour on this show. Now, moving on to other issues. Well, we here say the Senate don't set up a committee that is saddled with the responsibility of overseeing the implementation of the emergency rule in River State as a result of the suspension of the democratic government in the state. Now they set up committee after it be say the person where it be say you bring where they illegal according to law don't spend more than 1 month. That is, it don't put up, it don't destroy all the structures, democratic structures, put in own people in place. In fact, that's exactly what the PDP chairman in River State was saying today when he was asked questions about waiting they happen. And from there to now, he be saying he exposed, say there was no time Fubara and Wike to ever beg in some wiki. That is the biggest lie from the pit of hell. Fubara at no time ever went to beg in some wiki. In no begging some wiki at all. Saying a big lie. But let's look at this further. Now, the committee, which is having not less than 18 members, is tasked with overseeing the functions of the sole administrator in River State. And they go oversee everything when they do for inside River State. Now, announcing the composition of the committee yesterday, the president of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, said there was a need to have a committee like the House of Representatives has done to oversee the functions of the administrator of the River State House of Assembly under emergency rule. Now, the chairman of the committee is Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele. I wanted to say Wiki's friend, but don't say that. APC Ekiti State. And the deputy chairman of the is the minority whip, Senator Rufai Hanga, NNPP, Kano Central. Now, the members are Senators Adamu Alero, PDP, Kebbi Central, Osita Izunaso, APC, Imo State, Osita Ngu, PDP, Enugu. Wait, one of those with the camped today, Abi. Okay, okay, well, okay, yeah, it was Labour Party that decamped, yeah. So Senator Kaka Shehu, APC, Borno State. In fact, them plan to make a no beginning. Senator Boy follow for those also will be part of this committee. We constitute to oversee waiting the sole administrator they do. That's so you take B. But let me tell you quickly, say they don't release plenty money, give the sole administrator. Because as they talk to you, if you review the Federal Account Allocation Committee, FAC, the data where be say they don't collect and where them publish and people will publish them at the Office of the Accountant General, it don't reveal say about 36.6 billion naira. Nine they don't give out to local government in local government allocations to River State from January and February 2025. And according to the data, 6.7 billion was allocated to the state in January, while 19.9 billion was released in February. Right now, the funds were distributed among the 23 local government areas of the state. In March, the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, affirmed at a state house press briefing that the allocations were released to the new administrator in Rivers State following the declaration of state of emergency. Now, these allocations where they refuse to send to the sitting governor at that time. Now they release right now to the sole administrator. And he says, and to me, it will be in order to release it's the release of that fund because the event of the extraordinary situation has brought them out of normal situation of things. So they release that kind of amount of money to a sole administrator. And no wonder when Ibi say today, there was an interview with the I think the APC chairman, the substantial APC chairman for inside the state, substantive for inside the state, and he gets a lot to talk, especially in the person of the character of Nyesom Wike. In fact, he revealed how Nyesom Wike and the person will be say scatter the party for inside Rivers, the APC for inside Rivers State, and PDP rather for inside Rivers State. Say he scatter them because of his selfish interest. As he scatter the party finish now, he don't leave them for them, they don't they done well. He even said something. In fact, the real purpose and the real aim of the sole administrator for Rivers State. And then he responded to questions around whether Fubara apologized to Wike or not, and how that apology go. I would like make we watch them very carefully, waiting in talk, and I go like get your responses. I understand that it's quite late. My sincere apologies. There's a bit late, but not to worry. We will do and sharply so that we can, rest. So that's why I'm rushing on the conversation. So while I'm waiting for that video to get ready for us to carry on, let's quickly take a listen to go to Atiku Abubakar, where Atiku Abubakar, the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, he don't dismiss the insinuation, say he won't even leave the party for any other party. He say they leave. So apparently, Atiku Abubakar won't make sure say in do PDP, waiting week they do PDP. He no one come out for PDP, but in one day PDP fight against anything we be say any interest of people within the PDP where they want protect the interest of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's exactly what he wants to do. Remember that the body language of most of the PDP governors right now say they go to support the president for 2023, but he more remain for the party to make sure he be in-house and he no support and lead a coalition where go day against the president. In fact, I see they talk today with PDP women members of the board of trustees, BOT, will visit them to help save the party from the collapse. The former vice president can insist on coalition to push out the APC-led government in 2027. So now only coalition go fit comot the APC-led government. I think Abubakar say the coalition movement was not just a political strategy, but a necessity to challenge the ruling party and rebuild the country because they don't yammer the country. They don't finish the country. Now, it gets a lot of other things where we say talk, but I'd like to really stop it here. So let's quickly go and listen to that interview with the PDP chairman in River State and waiting to get to
the umbrella in the state here was partially shattered by Nyesom Wike and co. We have taken over the umbrella. In an attempt to fix back the umbrella, a state of emergency was declared in the state. But nevertheless, we have fixed the umbrella and we are good to go. We have fixed the umbrella and the umbrella has come to stay under the leadership of Sir Siminalayi Fubara. You know the issue with the pro-Wike group. They go exactly where Wike goes, do exactly what Wike wants them to do. They don't have a mind of their own. As the Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, I believe that he's already on his way out of the party. So we are not looking at his direction at this moment. Because even his ally at the national, Senator Ayahu, has been ousted. Wike today cannot lay any claim in the PDP. Even if ordinarily we say I'm in PDP. But his body and soul and his followers are all in All Progressive Congress. We are not looking at his direction at all. The Rivers women didn't work out on the empowerment program of the Buy for the President. Rivers women embraced that program. Rivers women and support of that program. What Rivers women were against was the position of the wife of the sole administrator. That caused to question what we have been saying. Is the sole administrator here to restore peace or to install civilian governance in the state? The sole administrator, what he's doing today is installing civilian governance and not restoring peace and order. From the time he came to now, he has not deployed police, army, or soldier anywhere to restore peace. He has not also called for a peace talk between the Wike group and the governor's group, but he's busy installing structures for Wike at the local government, to RISEC, to Rivers State Local Government Service Commission. The wife came out to make speech as first lady during the empowerment program, and Rivers women had to walk out. Rivers women rejected the Abbas wife who came in the name of a first lady. What the sole administrator is simply doing in Rivers State is to put structures for the FCT minister. If you go to the 23 local government areas, he has appointed the FCT minister's allies and cronies as sole administrator at the 23 local government area. He has also suspended the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission and appointed new members. He suspended the Local Government Service Commission and then appointed new members. All his appointments were friends and cronies of the FCT minister. What it means is that what he's doing in the state is not enforcement of a state of emergency, rather installing civilian structures for the FCT minister. The people are interested in the treasury of Rivers State. They are interested in taking over the structures of the state. They are interested in taking over the governance of the state. And they want to, that is the All Progressive Congress. That is what they are interested. And they want to achieve this through the instrumentality of the FCT minister. That is why ab initio, they are not supposed to declare an emergency here. But they declare it. Brought a sole administrator who is helping them to install the civilian governance, civilian structures in the state, and not enforcing any emergency. Fubara went on a 2 weeks vacation after his suspension. He came back to Nigeria barely three days ago. Fubara has not been to Abuja to kneel down or prostrate or beg with yes or Wike. What I know as a party chairman in this state is that there is going to be negotiation between the Yes Wike group and the Fubara group, and that negotiation has not taken place. If such negotiation takes place,
all right, so you hear what's in it talk. Say Fubara been go for a vacation for Germany, where Ibise just come back a few days ago, and say at no time where Ibise reach Abuja where he go prostrate to Yesom Wike to beg Yesom Wike, that never happened. So it be like say na naysayers and people where Ibise they lie, let them carry that story. But one of the things where you talk will catch my attention, I say the real reason we make all this thing they happen for River State now because of say the APC won't get a hold of the money of River State. That is the funds where they come from River State. For what purpose, many will ask, according to waiting in talk. But with the look of things now, for the purpose of winning election, remember waiting Ali Baba talk, say, Obasanjo tell him, say, if you want win election for inside Nigeria as president, say, if they states, then where be saying supposed to look at when you go win. River State, now one of them. Why? Because of the resources where be say River State get. And that resources, they're very instrumental to winning election. And one of the fears and worries why I get now, say, why the resources of River State is instrumental to winning of election? Because if you look at most of the elections where be say they don't even win before, almost all the governors of River State done at one point or the other, as they won't come out, carry the state resources, use fund elections. Because of say they either promise them vice president or they promise them say they could get president later. Look at it from Odili. Look at what yes, Chibike Amechi did with Jonathan. In fact, him they proud today say he single-handedly commode Jonathan. As him talk saying put him commode Jonathan put Buhari, but Oga Tinubu talk saying that him put Buhari. So I don't know among which of them put Buhari. But one of the things that a lot of people had to know is that a lot of River State money went down in that election, according to what people talk. Not be me talk up. In fact, now what bring that matter between Sahara Energy and Tonye Cool, if you are aware of the story. The Sahara Energy and Tonye Coal matter at that time when they talk say, oh, now them say, oh, no quote me, oh, them say they out there. Them say na Tonye Coal then nine Amechi use comot money where in you support Buhari election and use Tonye Coal Sahara Energy use comot, and that was why If you notice, that Sahara, that Tonye Cool and Amechi matter been done, they go back and forth for inside court. Now Amechi did it. Wike now did it now for Tinubu in 2027, in 2023, and he won't do them again in 2027. So how long will Rivers governors be using the Rivers State money to be supporting an ambition where they no go fit ever win? That's my question where a lot of people ask. Every time, I don't want to talk, say they deceived to use the state fund against the state at every point in time. They always do that because if you go by the explanation where be say this party chairman make now, it just shows that the main thing where be say they won't lay their hands on. According to Ramona, you can see the APC administration they are bent on laying their hands on the treasury of River State so that they will come out the money. If you even look at the things, according to what we hear, this sole administrator where be say come in, then give what did they call them? Then give the sole administrator. We hear say in meets the sum of about 300 billion naira for inside the account for River State as incoming. And immediately incoming, the allocation where Supreme Court say they no release until they get a budget where it be saying that the real House of Assembly pass. May they no release until then. They release the allocation to him. What did he do with the money? What did he do with the state allocation? What did he go carry the money do? Now I don't hear him. The local government allocation where it be say they don't release to January and February, they carry and release to them. Why? What are they releasing those monies to him? Remember, say Supreme Court say don't release these funds until a local legislators don't pass an appropriation, don't pass a budget. Now a budget was not passed. The Supreme Court say till budget is passed, budget no pass, but President Tinubu on in own, oversee or be usurp the power of the judiciary or the Supreme Court, carry the allocation released to them. Why? Could it be the reason why this local government chairman and they talk say, oh, one of the reasons we make them want this now because of say they want the allocation of River State? Listen to more of what they get to talk because he talk a lot. He talk say one of the reasons we make them want what they want
Takes place.
because of say
I
they
think
won't
I'll be
leave
a
their
party
hands on
to
the
it.
treasury
If I'm not
of
a party
River
to
State.
it,
And
I will be
that's
on the
now
no.
what a lot of people
But
don't
what
talk
is important is that emergency is already here. Fubara has been suspended. What takes place? I think I'll be a party to it. If I'm not a party to it, I will be on the no. But what is important is that emergency is already here. Fubara has been suspended. What is the way forward? The way forward is that the two parties must come together. And the two parties is not just Fubara on one part or yes or Wike on one part. It's a group. The politics is a group. It's a game of number. Fubara is not standing alone. The FCT minister is not standing alone. The two parties must meet and sort out the difference. What has brought us to this level, to this stage we are in the state. Not just one man going to prostrate for one man. That is not correct. As far as I'm concerned, defection to the APC is not yet on the table. And even if Fubara is going to defect, he must hold wide consultation with the leadership, first and foremost, of the party, which flag is holding. Second, he must consult widely with elders and leaders of River State, because today is the governor of the state. He can't just defect alone. He must defect with his team. So if that is on the table, Fubara will consult. Again, I will contend that that is not still on the table. But if that will happen, there must be wide consultation. It's not something he will sneak into the All Progressive Congress. No. He must hold wise consultation with all stakeholders, the parties, and those that is governing, helping him to govern the state with him. There must be that wide consultation before any defection happens. The suspension even raised Fubara's rating above 100%. Fubara is known globally now. Fubara has national acceptance. Fubara has statewide acceptance as we speak. Instead of the suspension to bring down his rating, the suspension has helped raise it above. The state of emergency was declared for a period of 6 months in the first instance. Going by the 6 months, by September, Fubara is supposed to come back. But the president doesn't have power to dissolve a democratically elected government. The constitution doesn't give him that power. The president doesn't have that power. The National Assembly doesn't have the power to dissolve a democratically elected governor, a democratically elected state House of Assembly. They cannot go beyond suspension. The suspension, and it's timed by the Constitution. It must one day come to an end. The aim of the emergency, first and foremost, is to install a structure for the FCT minister. It's not to restore order here. But that again has exposed the ineptitude of the president, the inefficiencies of the president. The Constitution gives you power to do X, Y, Z. It's not an express power. There are conditions attached to them. But you did not look at the condition before you declared a state of emergency. You look at political exigencies. Let us see if the political exigencies that inspired him in the first instance to declare the emergency will inspire him to shorten it, having installed democratic structures for the FCT minister in the state.
Okay, all right. So say now we be saying don't use the sole administrator to install structure for you some wiki. Make we look whether Ingo can leave am now cause okay, you need to do again, you need to do again. Fubara, you can come back now. But don't touch those structures. Just work with the structures. That means Fubara may end up working with his enemies, which was what he was running away from before. We make him shout, say don't do it, don't do it. Remember, say in that period, a lot of things go down. When they talk, say one, say they don't even want me Fubara they go governor's meeting as a governor. Two, they appoint all the appointees from only one commissioner get the right to appoint. In fact, to even in cook, they give her. Now people say, you won't kill them, even cook. Now them say, I hear them, now them say, so don't quote me, allegedly me. Okay, so they now also said that, he was not allowed to do a lot of things, right? In fact, there was even a time we even heard then that he was not permitted to sign beyond the particular amount of money within your organ. So now people can say, hey, this now say somebody won't come do third term, but using Fubara to do third term. If now you go agree. That's no matter what we say, some people talk about. But let's see how this unfolds in River. Really, more matter for River City, we go see. But before we go to NNamdi Kanu matter, let's just quickly touch on some issues. So why EB say the Christian, I tell you now, concerning insecurity, Christian Association of Nigeria, they don't cry, they don't talk to me for the president stop the killing for inside the state. But with the killing stop, especially now, where EB say the Senate talks say they won't get a security summit, so you stop them. We never know. But let's hope that the best would happen. While EB say Ali Dume, the talk say the one way BC President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration ban importation of foreign goods. Say it will help well to improve the quality of local goods and make people buy local goods. Other people they get a different opinion entirely because the Petroleum Products Retail Owners Association of Nigeria, Patron, they did urge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be very careful with this kind of one way be saying they propose it because if they do, I'm saying it will lead to a lot of inflation. Things could be more expensive. So the national president Gillis Harry now talk this one for Insight Story where PC picked out today. Say the president Tinubu this one way do like they say they good though, but say the Nigeria first policy way to boost Nigeria economy they good, but say in also look at the ripple effect where it leads to inflation because one pressure don't there for the locally produced goods. Because maybe we'll not produce exactly the amount we go consume, you can't lead to low supply. And low supply normally will can lead to inflation, stuffs like that. Now, what's in try to talk? He said the government making sure say the policy no leads to shortage of price increase, shortage to or price increases, particularly in the petroleum sector where local refining capacity is still being developed. Local refining, then tell you say they don't extend that to refineries. What will happen to motor blending plants? Well, let's leave that one matter. APC, what enter your matter? As the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, don't state say the party might accommodate. Say they fit try, they fit help the future of Kwankwaso. They fit help them. Say they say in the political orphan now. Okay, when you lose one parent, now orphan you be. When you can't lose two, now orphanage. I mean, that's the correct thing. Yeah. So saying be political orphanage now. Don't mind me, that's a joke. Saying be political orphan now, so they go help in life because he no get in they abandoned politically. It is the way Ganduje comes of Kwankwaso for me. Now remember, say Kwankwaso and Ganduje relationship supposed they clearly like in some wiki and Fubara relationship because now, Kwankwaso now bring out Ganduje to be governor. You understand? So it's just supposed to be Oga and boy relationship, but somehow the relationship comes somewhere in between. They come two tough, political opponents who sabi fight each other well. A lot of people don't also talk. Say if Ganduje, if Kwankwaso manage go APC, say it be like saying a political society go commit like that because nowhere where Ganduje go give them in structure or hand over the structure of the party to in case say that one no go happen at all. So make we see as that matter they take go. Then let's go into the southeast first of all. Then before we go into NNamdi Kanu, where you be say the All Progressives Congress of Southeast, they don't reveal say their mind, waiting their belly, now to make sure say they dominate politically. For they go dominate all the political parties for inside Southeast. So now then go be the most popular political party for Southeast right now. Southeast gets APC for Imo State, APC for Ebonyi State. Now, remember, if we go by the revelation where we say Valentine Ozibo make today, when he talk say Soludo leg, one, the ABGA, the other leg, the APC. If we go by that, that means we get Anambra, half APC. Okay, Anambra, they like say, get two parents. One parent na APC, one parent na ABGA. So, and then Labour Party will be done. They hear say Abia State, Alex Oti, feel likely they come to Labour Party. But that one, you know, they deny. I'm saying, you know, go betray, you know, go through. But even though from the interview when you do recently, when you talk, say, the president's economic policies they work well. Say the things that they happen for the country, not be the president's fault. People don't talk. Say, could that be a sign? Say through three, won't go APC. So people now don't they look and say, remember to Peter and Bakukuma then talk say you go still go APC. So APC don't talk say their game plan na to make sure say they conquer the entire southeast. It is important to them. Could this just be their game plan or the game plan of the APC generally? Why? Maybe because of say as they don't fall out of luck and favor and love from the north. So they feel say if they gather votes from the south, especially the southeast and maybe part of south, it will help them to win election. And maybe just small pockets of votes for north only. They could just win election. Who knows? Now recently, now they used to talk this matter. What think you really talk? And for this closed door meeting where they talk Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodimma, Ebonyi State counterpart Francis Nwifuru, APC Deputy National Chairman South Chief Eme Ima Enuku, and other people that 9 day there as he talk about. But let's go straight to NNamdi Kanu's case now, where we want to learn as he take B for NNamdi Kanu. Now, according to the news we make round before, that's the news now where we say the Nnamdi Kanu team don't come and contact. See, this particular news now fake news. We're gonna not pay attention to them. But let me read it exactly how it is. As they talk, say a witness when inside a trial of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, say on Tuesday, say the leader admits inciting members of the public to attack police officers during interrogation. Say as it interrogates the witness, the PW2 we said they not finish interrogating, maybe not the PW1. Say Nnamdi Kanu agree, say when they interrogate him for their DSS custody, saying he agree, say in been incite, in admitting incite members of the public to attack police. Now the witness, a state security service operative, DSS officer identified as BBB for the security reasons, told Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja, which while being led in evidence by the federal courts, by the federal government lawyers, Adegboyega Womolo San. Now, the BBB, who was the second prosecution witness, according to that is PW2, he gave his testimony behind a screen provided by the court. Now, the witness said, according to the news, being the leader of the IPOB, Kanu is also the founder of the Eastern Security Network, the armed wing of IPOB. He said that Mr. Kanu also operated an illegal radio station which broadcast on frequencies of 102.1 FM and 88.0 FM. BBB also told the court that the radio was illegal because it was not licensed by the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC). Now, when the lawyer asked if the PW2 had an encounter with Mr. Kanu, the witness said he got to know Mr. Kanu when he was assigned the duty of taking his statement on July 17, 2021, following a letter from the Attorney General of the Federation, then Malami, requesting for the IPOB leader to be investigated in respect of his alleged terrorism activities. Now, the SSS operative said the AGF's letter was addressed to the Director General of the DSS. Now, he said he carried out his assignment in company with four others of his colleagues, including a director. Sorry, you're not vexed, so you know, so I will give on all the G's as he take the B, and I saw at the use giver. Now, he said he handed Mr. Kanu the letter from the Attorney General, that is Malami then, Abubakar Malami, which the defendant, that is Kanu, read and also gave his lawyers to read. Following which, he requested Mr. Kanu's response that she should respond to issues raised in the letter. He said after reading the letter, Mr. Kanu volunteered to make a statement in the presence of two of his lawyers, including Aloye Jimako. Now, the witness said he played some of the broadcasts made by the defendant on his radio station known as Radio Biafra, including where he called for the attack on police officers and other inciting comments. Now, the BBB also said Mr. Kanu admitted that the broadcast which he played to his hearing where he's Kano's own voice. That is, say that broadcast when he play, when he hear, say through na him voice be that. That means now him be that person will be say call to incite people. Now, when Mr. Awomolo asked Mr. Kano was agitating for witness, the witness that is Kano saying Mr. Kanu wanted, that is witness will come out, say, Mr. Kanu wanted the secession of 5 southeast states, parts of Kogi and parts of Benue State from Nigeria. That is, he won't make these people then come out from Nigeria. He said the statement taking session also was also recorded on video, so he get them as evidence where Kanu admit to these things. Now, when Mr. Awomolo sought to tender the EGF's letter and copy of the video disc, the defender's lawyer, Kanu Agabi, San objected, saying no, on a no go fit submit them as evidence. And Mr. Gabi argued that the letter and the disc were not included in the proof of evidence served on them. That is, say, you no follow for the proof of evidence where they serve them. So why on I want to submit it in no day for a proof of evidence? Mr. Gabi can say it was part of the right of the defendants to give copies of documents and materials that the prosecution planned to rally on in prosecuting the case. That is any material where you get or where you won't get to use prosecute person. Now the person where you prosecute right to get those materials. Now in lawyer right to get the materials to hear them. So that when in court, in go fit know how you go use cross-examine the witness who tender such with material. So the fact say go come bring this kind of material, just come like that, say no, in no agree at all at all. Now Mr. Womolo argued that non-service of the document should not hinder the proceedings. That is, say, because he no service, he no tender the document, say, he not supposed to stop the proceedings. But Mr. Agabi submitted that if served with the documents, they would need time to study them and consult with Mr. Kanu. So say if they serve them that document, say they will need time to look at the documents, hear the things when you talk, then also talk to their clients will be Mr. Kanu to know how they go use defend them for court. Now, Mr. Womolo, who reminded that he took up the case recently, said non-service of the document could be a mistake. Saying a mistake, said no service. He, however, said he was ready to furnish the defendant with necessary documents and materials that the prosecution wished to rely on. That is, say, he will give them all the materials and documents that they need to use check the case. Now, he also concluded to the case being adjourned. Right now, ruling Justice Omotosho had held that the defense was entitled to all the documents and materials the prosecution planned to rely on. That is, say, the judge talks, say, the defense, that's not the kind of lawyers get the right to get all the documents where DSS won't use prosecute them so that they go know how they will use defend their clients. So that the right thing to do. Now, the judge then proceeded to order the prosecution to, in line with the provision of Section 36 of the Constitution, serve on the defendant all facilities, including documents that it intends to rely on to prosecute the case. Remember, I played that footage for you on what the Kano's council said earlier today, where in come out talk say this now waiting happen, say waiting stall the judgment or waiting delay the case today. Now because of say then go bring and they go bring things or evidences or witnesses, things where they wanted that's everything they never served them before. And because they never served them those things, it's hard for them to allow them to admit them into court. Remember, I played that to you. I can also play it again to remind you. Now, the judge then proceeded to order the prosecution to, give them everything what they need. Now, Justice Motosho subsequently adjourned the matter until May 7th, which is tomorrow, in the next couple of hours, to enable the prosecution to serve the defense all the necessary documents and make the defense also read them through. Earlier, the PW1, also an operative of the State Security Services identified as AAA, concluded his testimony after being cross-examined by Agabi and re-examined by Awomolo. Under cross-examination, Mr. Gabi, the witness, said he was consulted in relation to the role he played in the case as an investigator before the charge in the case was filed. That is say, then call and say make him come talk about the role we play as person who investigates the matter before they carry the matter go court. Now the witness said he was not aware that the defendant was charged with 15 counts charge, but he was aware that Kano was charged with inciting others to attack members of police force. So say in no they are aware, saying a 15 count charge, and then summer for NNamdi Kanu head. But say in they are aware, say them being charged for inciting others to attack members of the police force. Now, quoting him, he says, that's the first witness. He says, I was not part of the drafting of the charge, but I am aware that he, the defendant, NNamdi Kanu, incited people to kill members of the police force, he said. Now, the witness also said that he was not aware that a count relating to the allegation was struck out from the charge in the earlier ruling. Say, in no their way, say he did ruling will be done, strike out one part of that charge. Now, he also said he was not aware that 8 out of the 15 counts contained in the original charge were also struck out by the court in an earlier ruling too. Before the day's proceeding commenced, Justice Omotosha expressed concern over issues of representation by lawyers in the matter. The judge said due to the small size of the court, a long list of lawyers in company with the lead counsel for the prosecution or defendant will not be accommodated. That means, say, any of the people, that is both the prosecution counsel with the federal government and the defendants, the defending counsel or the defense counsel will be Nnamdi Kanu. So maybe they no carry plenty lawyers for anybody. Remember, say in all, I think Nnamdi Kanu has 19 lawyers now. 6 of them are SAN, the other ones are normal lawyers. So say when they need to pack plenty lawyers come court at the same time because the courtroom is too small, you know, go fit contain plenty people again. And then he now said, I want to make this clarification. I approved 16 counsels for the defense out of the 29 counsels. That's when you talk. Say out of not even 29 now. Say out of 29 lawyers when get and only 16 is making get make the rest they wait for their house or wait outside when they come out and face them. Now he said a lawyer, Charles Ude, wrote a letter to the court stating that he was the counsel for the defendant, Nnamdi Kanu, and copied Aloy Jimakor in the letter. He said his name is on the list, but based on my order, his name was removed. Now, so the judge talked. Now, Justice Omotosho then asked Kanu to tell the court who is, and the IPOB leader pointed at Mr. Agabi as his legal representative and the matter. Saying that Agabi, now be my lawyer. Now, the judge also called on Favor Kanu, who is the wife of the younger brother, say, come, maybe stream our matter again. Or we hear anytime we come court, you stream. Now, let me go straight to the reaction of Nnamdi Kanu. So, okay, but before I go to the reaction of Nnamdi Kanu lawyer on the matter, make I play you again waiting happen for court today. And I go to waiting Nnamdi Kanu lawyer talk and say that story, those some of those things that you want to quick. So here, now for morning, when he just come inside court, when he try settling for court, if we never see him for a while, come snap pictures with him, and so just come to court. Just to bring that in. Yes, sir, just bring that in. Snap picture.
Yes, how are you? Good morning. Hold on. How are you? How are you? Fine. Myself. No. Wow. Old guy. Probably see what's happening. And I think it's the activities are not have a chance. When the written state when the written state
He started his testimony after the introductory. The prosecution realized that they couldn't go on because the documents they wanted to rely on were not served on the defense. And indeed, the court doesn't even have copy. So the court agreed to their suggested adjournment for tomorrow so that the documents will be served on the defense. And even as upon the service, what will happen tomorrow is just for the examination in chief of PW to continue. And then we will take our time, look at documents, and then commence our cross-examination of EW2. Okay. But in the main, like I always say, it is moving on swiftly.
Okay. So you don't hear waiting the lawyer talk, which is more like waiting we just read out now in lead counsel be that, and you don't hear waiting in talk, and which is in line with what we just said. But let's go straight to waiting a lawyer Ejimaka just talk in reaction to this story. Say in sight, say the story can't they make headline day. Say in sight police to incite the general public to attack police officers. This now waiting and lawyer Ejimako get to talk. In fact, they even release a statement, a detailed statement. You can see that's his Twitter handle. I even tried to put a call across to him earlier today, but if we don't do too late to get them to call at least make I get a voice recording of him where he did talk. But you see the response where Bisen gave concerning the matter already. I shall say you the same. But let's get straight to that response. Make I read them. The way I use detail this other people's side of the story, and I will use detail in lawyer side of the story too, as in you seeing a fake news and make we hear them. Now, NNamdi Kanu legal and NNamdi Kanu legal team and the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, they don't debunk that report claiming that IPOB leader admit to inciting the public to attack police officers, describing the report as misleading and a malicious representation of waiting happen for court today. Say they just won't use wuru way, use show people waiting happen for court today. Say not be true. Now waiting Aloy Ejimako talk. Now, Kanu special counsel barrister Aloy Ejimako for inside the brief statement to ABC post, you see I'm there, he dismissed that viral claim. In fact, the tweet plenty, but I just give you the top side. The viral public quoting him, he said the viral publication that Mazen Namdekanu admitted inciting public to attack police is misleading and highly prejudicial. That is say it dey misleading. That is he just dey deceive people. And then prejudicial and when it be say matter wey e be say they never give judgment over e dey comment on top. That means they dey put mouth for wetin court never even judge. That is they can't be like say they won't take the do judgment for court people. They won't give judgment. Now only they won't be judge and jury for the matter. Now the general public is hereby advised to withdraw to draw no conclusion. That is, make one no draw conclusion until the veracity of the witness is tested on cross-examination tomorrow or next. That is, make anybody no believe waiting on a just here for inside this statement where they make now until then identify the true thing about this matter with the witness talk when they cross-examine them. So now when they don't cross-examine the witness, either tomorrow or next tomorrow, and all these things when talk don't be admitted, say truly not true, and George John say okay, and true, pass to another matter. At that time, then we will say truly now waiting Nnamdi Kanu do be this. Now, also the IPOB also released a statement. The contact say through, of course, not through Emma Powerful, will be their media and publicity secretary. Then condemn the report, con accuse media organizations where publish the report as say they deliberately want twist matter so that it could be against Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, say IPOB been done once like that. One media houses. In fact, they not even one media houses. They want federal government. See, it be like say federal government they deliberately cause problem or they change narrative to make am look like say Nnamdi Kanu na bad person. In fact, that time they talk and say, if you remember, say anytime where it be like say the one Nnamdi Kanu case won't come close. The next thing where you go here and say, police um, capture 5 IPOB members in Imo State. Police kill 20 IPOB members that killed people or that killed police officers in Imo State or in one state or the other. So come they talk, say they deliberately create those narratives to make and look like say to inform the court or the judgment to make and look like say truly Nnamdi Kanu do those things where it be say he no do like say now they won't determine they won't change and twist the mind of the judge so that the judge could do waiting in don't hear for news. Meanwhile, no be true. IPOB been don't make that statement, if you remember. Now, moving further to waiting, they get to talk. They can't say the IPOB can't talk say the can't talk say the prosecution case against Kano lack credibility and integrity. That witness who they bring against Kano say you know they credible and you know get integrity. And they can't say for the avoidance of doubt, today's court session exposed the Nigerian government's prosecution as a cesspool of deceit, incompetence, and desperation. Now, say my powerful talk. He said, in fact, say to just make matter clear, say today case show say Nigerian government say now only wuru to deceive people and say they no sabi their work and say they just dey desperate to crucify person wey be say they won't crucify. Now, Quoting him further, he says the prosecution led by Mr. Awomolo San was caught in a web of lies and procedural violations that left their case in tatters. Hey, hey, say this prosecution will be say senior advocate of Nigeria one more they lead them. Say in fact, say e be like say they just dey for inside cobweb wey be say they no fit comot their body inside and because they no fit follow procedure, so the cobweb just gum their body together and could they come violate everything wey be say they supposed do for instance. They can't go against all the laws and what they supposed go against to make the way be the normal procedure where they supposed follow. Now the group also criticized the prosecution witness where they identify as PW2, will be the BBB, describe call it describing testimony as baseless. Say that testimony where BBB give, say you no get head at all. Say in fact, it's a baseless testimony. Quoting Emma Powerful again, he said the government's witness identified as PW2 BBB made baseless allegations against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu without a shred of evidence to substantiate their claims. That is say, he make allegation where he be say he not even get one single evidence to prove to say that thing when in talk for court not true about Nnamdi Kanu. According to the statement again, it can say shockingly the prosecution failed to file or serve any evidence or witness statements as required by law. That is, he no file evidence, he no even file the witness statement, especially to the court or and to the defendants. As he be say law talk am say even for he says even 4 years after purportedly obtaining a statement from the witness. That is this witness say now 4 years 4 years now he take the statement, but yet he no fit also present them to the court. That is the lawyers they no fit present them. Saying a bad thing they do with that. It can say IPOB now stated that the presiding judge, Justice Omotosho, reprimanded the prosecution. See, this one wanna do no good. Quoting him further, he says, this glaring violation of due process was so egregious, right, that Justice James Omotosho, in his wisdom, Omotosho, in his wisdom, cautioned the prosecution to adhere to legal standard and serve all necessary processes and exhibits. Say even the judge get to caution the prosecuting counsel. Say, Oga, next time make sure say you follow procedure and serve everybody where you supposed to serve. Now during the court session, putting them further, Kanu discredited the witness according to IPOB. IPOB talks say Kanu saying a lie. See that's when the witness he talks saying a lie. Now Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in an open letter categorically stated that BW2 BBB is unknown to him and is nothing more than a machinery hired to fabricate testimony against him. Na so cannot talk. Na so IPOB say cannot talk. Say PW2, no, you don't know that person at all at all. Say na hired machinery where they bring to just come to carry story anyhow against them. Say he no. Now the IPOB can confirm that PW2 is not an officer of the state security services based on their national headquarters in Abuja as falsely represented by the prosecution. Say this one when they talk say the witness say na person will be saying the witness saying a DSS officer say no, say no be DSS officer, say because maybe now waiting make them hide their faces. That's another angle. But now waiting I be with the top. Say then just bring somebody to just join to fake Tori against Nnamdi Kanu. Now, quoting them for that, they said this witness cloaked in a mask to conceal the identity is or witnesses, yeah, is paid agents. Say they be paid agents deployed to perpetrate travesty of justice. Now, the statement further warned against the continued use of masked witnesses. Say this one when they mask them, say they good because if for good, they could see the people will be see the witness, they talk this thing. Remember, say the court been granting them the Kanu express validating them the Kanu say you supposed to see people will be say the witness, the bear witness when case. Not only him go fit see them, other people no go see them, and they no go only him go fit see their face, and they no go fit show their face for inside TV. Now moving on, IPA becomes say when questioned PW2, or you can say rejecting claims of an admission by Kano, IPOB said the claim that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu admitted inciting the public is a perverse distortion of the truth. When questioned, PW2 BBB admitted, I don't know, regarding the status of his baseless allegations, which were previously struck out by the same court after adjudication. To twist the response into an admission of guilt, by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not only say it's not only disgraceful. That is to come twist the matter to come make it like saying that true. Say it not just only they disgraceful by journalists to do this kind of thing, but saying a deliberate attempt, an act of Igbophobia, saying an act of Igbophobia and anti-Biafra propaganda to use twist matter as it concern Nnamdi Kanu. Because the IPOB also called on the public media on the prosecution's shortcomings. He said, "I said we." He said, "We call on the media and public to focus on the substance of the case. The Nigerian government's failure to preserve and to present a credible case, their reliance on falsehoods, and their flagrant disregard for the rule of law, rather than frivolous distractions such as the exclusion of Mazen Namdekano's sister-in-law from today's proceedings over a minor infraction." Say this kind of one wey dem do it be say because of small thing wey the woman do, e comot am for the trial. Say na part of the distraction wey dem wan cause. The group described the prosecution's case as weak and embarrassment. Say the case wey be say prosecution dey bring against Nnamdi Kanu, say e dey weak and say they embarrass themselves. 4 years after initiating this trial, the prosecution has failed to file or serve evidence as required by law, exposing the agenda to detain our leader indefinitely through deceit and manipulation. That's what they talk. Say 4 years after Ibison, I don't collect witness evidence finish, and I don't even fit tender am, and I don't fit file them. That will come me say, "On I just they do mago to make sure so I holding them the canoe forever for no just cause." Now they say we'll continue. We commend Justice Omotosho for his instance on due process, or insistence on due process, and urge him to continue upholding the principles of fairness, justice in this matter. The statement added. Now, IPB remains resolute in our pursuit of justice and the restoration of Biafra. We will not be deterred by the Nigerian government's antics or the complicity of certain media outlets in spreading falsehoods. Conse reaffirming in the stance, IPOB said, "We call on all people of conscience, both within Nigeria and in the international community, to see through the lies." So make everybody will get conscious when they see through the lies, when these people they lie you, and stand in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu and the freedom of Biafra. That's so then put up. All right, so that's about it. I just make I bring those on come on a table, and 1 hour is gone, and yeah, I like to call it a day, except I'll just quickly read your messages. So phone lines are open. You can quickly jump in on the conversation. Very quickly, if you want to jump in on the conversation, you can just call the WhatsApp line 0817 That's the number to call if you want to react to any of this matter we BC we don't raise today. Or you also just click on the link we did by the pin post, make you for free enter inside the studio, follow me talk on the matter the way BC we don't reach today. If you go for the comment section, it did post where they pinned there. Just click on that link, it will carry you straight, enter inside my studio. Like really, make you come join me inside the studio, or you call the WhatsApp line 0817 If I say I get one uncle for inside my backyard here since, make I just quickly let uncle come in, make it talk matter. Hello, good evening and welcome, Mr. Chi Boy.
Hello, hello.
Yes, Mr. Chi Boy, you're welcome. Good evening, welcome.
Good evening. How are you?
Can you place your camera properly, please? Thank you.
Is it clear now?
It is, but it's shaky. So if you can make it stable, it will be better. Just go ahead, drop matter for which matter you want to put mouth inside.
It's about Nnamdi Kanu case. I
Go
think
ahead.
now what you said is more clearer because
Thank
Nigerian government is trying any way to frustrate the case.
you.
Yeah, but I think I know the son,
Hmm.
Nnamdi brought now, has a very good argument.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's too disgraceful that even their witness could not even defend himself very well.
Hmm.
Most of the things he's saying it's not right.
Hmm.
Sorry, I think my conversation. Yeah, sorry.
All right. Can you go ahead? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And on a Kano
Hmm.
on a River State issue, I think what you said is quite clear now, and about the rumors that were going around everywhere saying that Fubara went and begged, which I did doubt about that.
Okay. But not they too sure because you can't trust these politicians. Fubara can do anything right now. So I really don't doubt. The person we talk and no they there with them. So I can't believe, but at least based on waiting this person don't talk, make we first believe him for now. You know, say Wike gets, he get us in the door. Wike if you go bring evidence now. Show when it be say they happen. Next thing he go wake up tomorrow to see video they fly up and down. So go ahead.
No, that's all. Everything is
Thank you.
clear now. Very
Thank
well.
you. Thank you
I
so much.
appreciate.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate you.
appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Let me quickly take on your messages before I quickly call it today. Purity said the Northerners are all criminals. Um, yes, so Madam Latecomer, yes, I answer with my full chest because I suppose get octopus hand. If you have an idea, if I put you inside my daily schedule, you could disappear. You don't get idea of how many things I get to manage in one day. You don't want to know because I really have to do the things that put food on my table and not this. This does not put food on my table. This not just passion where I get. But I appreciate you and I love you people's patience for always standing by me. Thank you so much. And then you now said they are using River State Fund to buy ministerial positions. My dear brother in the Lord. My dear brother, thank you so much. Chooks, Chooks, how are you doing today? Lionheart says, I just hate the word structure. Useless politicians, criminals. Well, like, even like say structure just means saying a criminality because structure don't become a lot of problem. By the way, kindly pay your tithes, like and share this post if you can. Please kindly like and share. Please, I beg you. Okay, and well, then again, structure of criminality, my dear brother. The thing is tiring. The kind of structures we see. Good evening, Precious. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Gracias. Thank you to all of you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always stopping by for us to keep discussing things that affect the growth and development of our country. Conversations are shaping our nation. I appreciate you guys a lot for always joining me. We will continue to the talk. We could talk. I see you again tomorrow afternoon and again tomorrow evening. Whatever happens, my dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, protect your mental health because wahala need to finish. I will see you on again tomorrow. Please protect your mental health. Good night.